Hello everyone, how we doing? And welcome to the Tasty Books Podcast. I'm your host, Ms. Sims, your friendly neighborhood library lady. And in this episode, we're going to talk about a book called Cemetery Boys by Aidan Thomas. So let's connect cultural traditions, language, identity, community, family dynamics, representation, and even spiritual beliefs. So are you ready for this? For real? You sure? If so, let's see how these connections root Cemetery Boys to Latin culture and the Latin American community. So first off, the cultural traditions. The story, which I'm not going to give away, I'm going to try real hard not to, is centered around Dia de los Muertos, which is Day of the Dead, a Mexican tradition that honors deceased loved ones. So with this celebration, it's a major cultural touchstone in Latin America, and it emphasizes the family, remembrance, and that spiritual connection that we have to our family, even those that have passed on. And they use the ofrendas, which is an altar, and marigolds, which are really pretty flowers, and different offerings that reflect the authentic practices from Mexican heritage. So, you may have seen some Day of the Dead decorations, like for us Halloween, you'll see sugar skulls and maybe an ofrenda here and there. I know I saw some in Target, I believe. So you may see a little bit here and there, but dive in one day and see about it. How does it connect to you? Even if you're not of Latin descent, or you don't think you're a part of Latin culture, you never know. Find out, learn about it. It may be something you want to, I don't want to say try out, but something that may interest you, that you may want to, hey look, I want to know more about this. But hey, it's up to you. But I'm sure you'll find out for yourself. And now we go to language and identity. So in the book, Spanish words and phrases are woven throughout the narrative, which grounds the characters in their cultural background, instead of just saying that the character is of Latin descent or Mexican heritage or anything like that, and it's all in English. You see the words and phrases, and it's like, oh, they really are, with the use of that language. And the protagonist, Yadrio, he's a part of the Latinx family, and the book goes about him feeling sense of belonging within his culture, and also gender identity. And with community and family dynamics, this story portrays the tight-knit family structure, the respect for elders, and generational traditions, which are, I don't want to say cornerstones, but foundations, that's a better word, of many Latin American communities. But could it not be for every community? Every family? Is your family tight-knit? What's your family structure like? Respecting your elders? Do you do that? Do you have generational traditions? Or maybe some traditions just within your family, in your home? Maybe there's some connections there that you could explore. And it also addresses tension between traditional and modern. So some things you learn later in life that you didn't grow up with, and how do you connect those? How do you blend them, or how do you get them to complement each other instead of butt heads? Or do I have to give up my tradition, my background, in order to be more modern? Is that something that we have to do? Think about it. And these thoughts of that tension between traditional and modern, it resonates strongly in immigrant and Latinx households, and maybe even other households. Something to think about. Maybe something we have in common. For representation, the author of the book, Mr. Aidan Thomas. He's a Latinx writer, and his book intentionally centers around queer Latinx voices, which offers representation that is very often missing in mainstream literature. I mean, think about it. Queer and transgender people are intentionally left out, as if they're not here, don't exist, or don't matter. But why? Why do that? We're all here together. Our literature should reflect that. It highlights intersectionality between Latinx, queer, trans, and how these identities interact, coexist, coincide within our cultural frameworks. So let's not leave each other out. Include. Be mindful, thoughtful of everyone and everything. And then also we have spiritual beliefs. So with witchcraft or brujeria and spiritual guardianship in this book, it draws from traditions that we can find in Latin American cultures, which also blend indigenous, Catholic, and even some folk practices. But think about it. Spiritual beliefs. Do we all have those? Do we not? Are they extremely different, like polar opposites? Or are there some similarities, singularities, or some blending, meshing of these beliefs that go together somehow? Something to think about. So with Cemetery Boys, it didn't give away the story. But I hope that you can see from this podcast that, hey, it's not so different from you and I. These concepts and themes of the story are concepts and themes that we see every day. So now, it's time to decide, do we want to read this book? Or maybe you want to listen to it as an audiobook. Decisions. But whatever you decide, remember to always enjoy the adventure. Thank you for joining me. This is Tasty Books with your friendly neighborhood library lady, Miss Sims. And until next time, I'll catch you later.